Okay, this doesn't look quite like it did in the time lapse. I built this one, and then I built this wall over here, and this one looked so much better. I thought that I just took some of the aspects of that one and threw it into there. But guess what, guys? The Temple of Amun Ra is finally 100% complete. I fixed up this area here. This was all just barren stone walls and stuff like that. This is the access to the redstone now. And we've even got a huge note block contraption that Hodag built for me. That'll play the theme to Stargate. That's really cool. What else have we done? So we'll run up the stairs here. It is a bit of a labyrinth. It's easy to get lost. I put in all these walls around here. You can see stone all through here as well. So that's pretty basic. And these walls over here turned out pretty good, but these were easy to build because I already had that wall over there. So I just did sort of different variations of what I'd already built. So it all goes together pretty well, and there's detail everywhere. Now, I do need to get to the world engine eventually, but we're not going to do that this episode because we've still got lots of work to do in this area. And I just figured since we're on such a roll here, I've got the desert temple done, I thought we could get to work on the crashed airship. So I want to get to work on this top area of the airship up here. But I've got this big wall of sand coming out. I think when AFK Falcon originally designed this, it was just going to be half the ship's buried, or when it crashed, it all broke away, and it's just been covered in sand now. But since I'm building inside of it, I need to figure out something to do about this wall here. And I think what I'm going to do, well, I'm probably going to do a retaining wall of some description just to hold it all back. And in some places, I'll just sort of mound it over, I think. But we might jump into a time lapse and I'll see what I can get figured out here. Oh, look at this. There's always one left sitting up in the air. Oh, well, so I stopped doing the mounding of the dirt. Oh, did I just ghost block that? I'm lagging pretty bad at the moment, guys. Now you get a bit of a glimpse at what I have to deal with. Okay, that's not coming away. Did I ghost block it? Are you going to... Yes, there we go. Bye-bye. So I stopped doing that... sort of mounding of we're going to do this on our stomach. I'm lagging terribly. Nope, we're standing up again. So I think we're going to do a retaining wall in this section. And it's not going to be anything fancy at all. It's going to be super basic. It's just something to be a background. I'm going to build in front of it. So I've grabbed a few resources here. Just some simple stuff. And I'm going to quickly throw this together. Okay, so when I said I was going to build something pretty basic, I didn't realize it was going to be this basic. This doesn't look very good. So I once I had it in, I started adding a few more details, like this part of the retaining walls crumbled and we've got some sand coming down, and the same on this side. And I'll do a bit more of that, but I'll do that after I get the houses in place. And I'm not sure if we're going to do one of them in this episode, but we'll have some big structure there, and we may even end up hiding the majority of this retaining wall. But next thing I want to do is I've got a design for a little house that I was mucking around with on creative. Just checking for beasties. I had a skeleton here shooting at me not long ago. So I've got to figure out a little spot to put it. It's just a little cutesy house, but I thought that would be fun to build. So I'm flying around in my camera account here so we can get a bit of a better view. This turned out pretty good actually. I'm very happy with it. I've finally covered up all the iron blocks there that is my AFK tree farm. And we've got the house right up the top here, and we've got a bell tower, because I figured this guy in this little house is controlling the whole operation here. So this whole thing's essentially a big salvage operation. So the airship's crashed and all the workers here have been taking it away piece by piece and sending it off to be used elsewhere. So this is the house where the guy running the Foreman, or whatever you call him, lives. He's got a little bell to signal the end of the day and all that. So yes, I think it's looking really, really nice up there. And it kind of makes me think, well, less is more. See, I've got all the cramped houses down here, but this guy all by himself looks fantastic, I think. So that's given me a few ideas of what to do about my atrocious retaining wall here. So I reckon this part of the airship would probably be the first bit to be salvaged and carried away. So what I might do is just tear the whole thing down. See, the only bit I actually like is this bit that's broken down. So now that I've built it, I'm going to break it down, and I think I'm just going to lower all the dirt here, and we'll have a few bits of scraps and stuff hanging around. But we're basically going to flatten out all this sand. And I think that will look a whole lot better. Now you might be thinking, what's with all the time lapses, Cortez? You've already done 3 in this episode, and the last Diamond Society episode you did was one huge time lapse. Why is that? Well, it's school holidays at the moment, and I have 3 kids. So it's very hard to find any time to record. They're at home with me now. They're all sitting quietly watching TV upstairs, and I'm like, okay, kids, I'm gonna go do some recording. Everyone just keep doing exactly what you're doing now. The second I said that, they're all up on their feet and carrying on, and it took me another half an hour to settle them down. And there's even a thunderstorm outside. Can you hear that? I might try and get rid of that thunder out of this recording, but yes, it's pretty noisy. I'd never usually record with all this noise, but this may be the last chance I get. So you know what? I'm going to say goodbye right here. I'm going to finish it with, yes, another time lapse. And let's see what kind of videos I end up putting out in the next couple of weeks. School holidays go for a while, so it may just be more time lapses. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, guys, cheers. I'm Cortezerino. See you later.